Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, deposed dictators and perplexed prime ministers. We are finally here with the Dota 2 game. It may have taken us a while, a little bit of delay, but this is finally going to be 4 friends in Chrillee, or 4FC, going up against DreamTeam168. This is Banshee, and I'm going to be joined today by a pretty awesome guy. He's known as Kucha.
Yeah, nice to be here. Nice to get through all of these delays and get the game underway. And actually, the reason of the delay was that Dream Team was playing Fnatic and they actually managed to tie up the series 1-1. So Dream Team, they're hoping to carry the momentum from the game against Fnatic for this game as well. But 4FC, they actually first banned Pugna. I'm not too sure if they were actually watching the game against Fnatic, but that's what Dream Team ran there as well. So just taking out maybe Dream Team's new favorite hero of sorts. But the second ban, a little bit more standard. The Ember Spirit, although lately it actually doesn't get banned out all that much after the nerfs. So
yeah, there's been a lot of heroes that have taken that position of you need to get rid of things like Lycan, even Mirana, as we've seen that during the international American qualifiers. Mirana basically getting picked every single game and winning a whole bunch of them. Also,
yeah, Mirana definitely is like too strong to pass up, to be honest, and it didn't get banned out, so 4FC might as well just go for it with the first pick. Unless the Batrider, though, might be still stronger.
yeah, as in, that is one of the good things about having so many powerful heroes, that it gives you so much of a possibility to... you don't have to jump into a strategy immediately. There's just so many good heroes to pick up. Unlike, I'm sure that you've seen previous patches in the past, as in back when there were basically 2 or 3 heroes which were instant banned or instant picked, and it's rather nice to see how the Dota 2 scene is becoming more varied, more refreshing.
It's always nice, and of course, it's due to a big patch that just came, but wow, a Clockwork pick as the first one when the Battler was still in the pool, and maybe even the Centaur. That must mean that 4FC really evaluate that hero highly, and Dream Team, of course, Mirana. Will they go for the Shadow Demon? And yes, just getting the classic combination.
That Mirana Shadow Demon combo just so good, as in if you get that disruption off, it's basically a free kill. Unless you've got an amazingly defensive tri lane, there's very little you can actually do against that kind of burst, against that kind of stun.
It's with good reason as well, and I mean the Clockwork himself already sets himself up for the arrows a little bit with the power cogs, just trapping himself in a little bit, and of course Shadow Demon can just help out even more there. And well, I mean Shadow Demon, it's not all about the Mirana combination with her. The Soul Catcher is still strong in the other stages of the game. Shadow Poison is really nice to actually scout things out, maybe disable a Blink Dagger or 2. As well, of course, Demonic Purge, it's only on a 50-second cooldown. So it's pretty damn strong, and 4FC now, they do ban out the Batrider at least in the second phase, but they themselves went for a Puck, and the Puck, it's pretty decent against Mirana, can't silence her up so that she actually can't leap away, as well as Dream Coil, so if she leaps, she will take damage and get stunned.
Yeah, as in, Puck is a very good against these kind of heroes, these squishy heroes that rely upon using their spells, as that silence plus ultimate can basically stop Mirana and various other heroes from escaping.
Yeah, one other thing, of course, is that Puck himself, he's actually probably the most likely hero to survive the Shadow Demon Mirana combination, just if she immediately phase shifts out after the disruption.
Yeah, as in, we are seeing a lot of mobility coming out from 4FC right now. We've got that Clockwork with that great initiation, Puck with that great initiation, and obviously the Batrider getting banned out to... Batrider, very good hero, countering that initiation and grabbing that person who jumped in first, or being the initial person to start a team fight. And obviously it's the reason why I think Batrider is currently, or was before the international American qualifiers, was the most contested hero in a 6.81. As I guess the stats have changed a little bit now, after Mirana and various other heroes have exploded onto the scene over the past few days.
Yeah, it might very well be possible. I still think Batrider probably most banned, most picked hero, I would guess, alongside Mirana. I think they're actually probably pretty damn even. I really feel like both of them are hitting around the 100% mark, either banned or picked, but wow, Dream Team going for the mass team fight, picking up the Tidehunter.
And that can be very nice when we see 4FC's lineup. 4FC, they're going for a more initiation lineup, and Tidehunter, because of that Kraken Shell, he's always going to get his ultimate off. No matter what you do to him, unless you somehow chain your stuns in a perfect manner, which in a chaotic team fight is very difficult to do. He's always going to get the ultimate off. He's always going to get that counter initiation. He's always going to get that, so to say, team fight reset.
That is really good. That's actually one of the best parts about the Tidehunter. That no matter what you do to him, silent, stun, whatever, he will get that ultimate off, just like you said. So, I mean, I'm just hoping that he's gonna get a Blink Dagger at some point in time, rather sooner than later.
We are seeing a Chen coming out as well. We're seeing a lot of aggressive ganky lineup coming out from a Dream Team right now, compared to the team fight orientated Clockwork, Puck, and Lich on the 4FC. And these are two of the, I wouldn't say lesser known, but they are those teams that kind of are slowly encroaching onto the top end of the pro scene. As in, they've taken games against teams like Empire. I looked up Dream Team before this, and they have actually taken a map against Empire in the past.
Yeah, well, they are pretty known names, some of them, in the Russian scene at least. Of course, most notably PGG. I think everybody knows that player more or less, especially for his black holes. Good
Yes.
ones and bad. But yeah, I mean, the only issue with Dream Team at the moment is that the Tidehunter really does need the Ravage actually to get the initiations or counter initiations properly. I mean, 4FC, you already talked about it as well, but both the Clockwork and Puck, just great initiation heroes. As Dream Team, I mean, I guess they could fish for an arrow and then go upon that, but you really do benefit a lot from actually having at least one Blink initiator.
Yep, as in that is probably going to be the Tidehunter. We do see the Chen, as he brings a lot of team fight sustainability and the ability to harass those towers down, to try and force those team fights out in positions where 4FC might not want them to.
Well, that's where the Lich comes into play, just a little bit with the Ice Armor, helping against the pushes ever so slightly. I mean, apart from the Ice Armor actually, and maybe the Puck Illusory, they don't have that much counter push at the moment. So Dream Team, they might be rather successful, especially in pushing down the safe lane towers early.
Yes, we do see some more bans coming out. It's going to be the Rubik banned out from Dream Team. A little bit surprising, but at the same time, they do have that Tidehunter. That Tidehunter possibly one of the better ultimates to be able to steal that Rubik, and 4 Friends plus Chrillee still need that last support, and Rubik would probably fit up in their lineup. That's actually a pretty good ban from them. We are going to be seeing this last pick coming out from Dream Team, and they still really need a mid hero.
If they do want to go for the massive push, they could go for a Death Prophet. Although, actually, that wouldn't be that bad. I mean, 4FC, they have some form of burst damage, but it's not that massive. So the Death Prophet might be able to just roam around, get the kills. The silence would be pretty damn nice against the Puck as well. But depending on, of course, how heavily they want to go for the late game, I guess they could go for a Shadow Fiend. On the dire side, though, it's not the best mid hero.
Yeah, so you do have the problem right now that Dream Team, they are lacking that late game. They've got lots of stuns, they've got lots of team fight sustain, but they don't really have that late game damage, that person to finish everything off, so to say. While 4 Friends plus Chrillee, they've already got the Weaver. Weaver can get lots of damage. We do see the Death Prophet getting picked up.
Well, it's not all in completely, but it's on the edge of it. Although 4FC, I mean, the Weaver isn't the hardest of carries, or at least doesn't get to that stage for quite some time, especially if she doesn't get ahead early. I mean, if she gets ahead early, gets the early Desolator, then she just rips through every hero on the enemy team. But I mean, 4FC, at the moment, they actually don't have space for another proper, like... I mean, they need a support or a jungler, so I guess a Doom jungle maybe wouldn't be too bad up against Dream Team.
Yeah, we do see that there are a lot of heroes that Doom would do well against, as in the Death Prophet and the Moran in particular. We do see that Tinker getting pulled out. Now, this is interesting.
Is it just gonna be a full-out jungle or Ancient Tinker? We might as well see one, or... I just can't see Clockwork or Puck supporting, but Clockwork support is something that a few teams have experimented with in the past as well. So it might be like 2-1-2 lanes with, or maybe even a tri-lane with Lich, Weaver, Clockwork, I guess.
And this is a very interesting pickup coming out from 4FC. As in, Tinker generally one of those heroes that really needs a 2,100 gold item to, well, 2,000 plus gold item to really, you know, become the hero that he's known as. Get that Boots of Travel. But before that, he doesn't do a lot. Before he can start spamming his rearm, before that annoyance comes into effect.
That's completely true with it. Although I really think Tinker is, in some regards, one of the strongest heroes because he really needs only that one 2,450 gold item completely. After that, I mean, sure he needs more items, but once he gets that item, he's just gonna find the rest of the farm somehow anyway.
So, we are going to be finally going live. A little bit delay coming out. Thanks everyone for still tuning in, as we're going to be having 4FC going up against Dream Team. And so, we are going to be having on this Tinker, we've got Strangebee, with a cute little courier standing next to him. We've got Chrillee, hit the team namesake, so to say, being played in that Weaver. Eresco?
Eres Loco, I think.
Oh, Eres Loco, that makes more sense. Being played in the Puck. We've got Boomski, slightly easy name to say, playing on that Clockwork. We've got the stand-in Jussie, playing that support Lich with a pretty cool Lich set. In the meantime, on the opposite side team, we've got Dream Team. We've got Death Prophet, being played by ZXC, a stand-in for this team. In fact, there's 3 stand-ins. We've got DT Atch, playing on that Chen. Another stand-in. We've got Afterlife, playing on the Tidehunter. Marana being played by DT Nubik, one of the only 2 players from actual Dream Team playing today. And we also have PGG, possibly the most famous player on the Dream Team, playing on that Shadow Demon.
And it really throws me off guard that they actually have the stand-in tags in front of it because they're playing with Dream Team for quite some time. At least Nubik and Afterlife have. I have no idea about the Edge guy. Maybe he's no fear, maybe he's not. But they are listed on the roster anyway, so maybe just some official issues with the Dream or the sponsor or something.
Yeah, it is. Hopefully, you do see that a lot when the teams are considering, you know, moving people around, or maybe it's a sign of things to come.
Yeah, it's very well possible, and actually we do see the lanes as a 2-1-2 lane. So the Clockwork is completely supporting. He's going for a first level battery assault to just man fight it up against the Tidehunter. And actually the battery assault is pretty damn good because Tidehunter usually just wrecks melee heroes with the Anchor Smash, but Boomski is able to just get the battery assault damage plus the right clicks, whereas Tidehunter will stutter step for the right clicks in the meantime. Oh, there's an early smoke by DT. They're going on top lane.
Yeah, we do see PGG is going to get the disruption off. The arrow surely going to come out, but look at that positioning by Weaver. Perfect positioning by him, staying in front of that disrupted hero, making sure that they couldn't get that combo off.
That was brilliant plays by him, really. I mean, he knew that he's like at least 90% gonna survive himself from it. So just take one for the team, and that would have been a definite first blood if Yushi had actually gotten hit on the Lich. So really smart plays, and of course he had a salve which he was forced to pop because of it, but that's definitely worth not giving away first blood. Oh, they're gonna go for more.
Coming out again. The arrow is gonna hit slightly Chrillee. Can he get away? Weaver is gonna be able to get away nice and easily. And this combo, well, I did say it was a guaranteed death if he did hit it, but it's not quite at the moment. Some nice team play coming out from this Lich and Weaver combo.
I was pretty damn sure that that arrow is gonna miss. It really looked like it's completely missing the disruption itself, but I guess Chrillee, once the disruption ended, his ass was fat enough to actually get hit.
PPG is going to disrupt him again. God. Is it going to be 3rd time lucky? The arrow comes out. Can he get away once again? He does has his invis and cooldown, and he will not be able to get out of there. That is going to be first blood in favor of Dream Team. Very nice start for them.
Yeah, 3's the charm. That's all it took, 3 times. And they can just keep on going whenever they have the mana for it. I mean, they're a little bit low for the time being, but that's where the Ring of Basilius comes in on Nubik, on the Mirana. Will help out both of the heroes in actually for the mana region. So, nice start for Dream Team. 4FC, checking the other lanes. It's 12-5 on the Tinker. Up against, well, I guess the Tidehunter who got disconnected. He's 2-0, only level 1. So, Afterlife, he's doing pretty damn horrible on the offlane. He maybe will start, at least try to farm up the Ancients. The 60% Anchor Smash damage reduction now. It's pretty nice for the Ancients.
Yeah, as in, at the very least, you can get some stacks off for a few of these other heroes. Maybe a little bit later into the game. Having said that, currently on the rest of the other lanes, as this top lane's been a little bit explosive with that Mirana Shadow Demon combo, but in the other lanes we do see that Puck is actually getting pretty outlast hit by this Death Prophet. Not very surprising considering that she can spam that Quip Swarm. And she's even been able to get the bottle of that Haste Rune. Even more advantage for her. One of those heroes that really needs to get rune control.
Yeah, Death Prophet really does benefit of spamming out the Crypt Swarm. I mean, both last hit wise as well as just harassing Puck down. And if she actually manages her mana correctly and saves the Haste Rune, she might have a chance of actually killing off the Puck solo.
Yeah, as in, when you've got a Haste Rune, you can do huge amounts of work with that if you need to. Did you see she has picked up a level in Witchcraft rather than Silence, though?
I think the Silence isn't that important early on, and the Witchcraft gives you lower cooldowns, as well as a decreased mana cost for the other spells, and of course just movement speed increase. It's slightly better for the rune control, like you said. The Death Prophet does really need it, and it's going to be hard enough as it is against the Puck otherwise.
Yeah, because that is one of the advantages of a Puck, as in, she can basically, or it, whatever you'd call a Puck, can take advantage of her Illusion Ray Orb, that blink ability to be able to just take complete control of runes. Having said that, right now, worth noting that 4FC do not have a single ward controlling these runes, while Dream Team have 2.
Oh, indeed they do not. I guess one of them must have gotten sentryed by this one. Actually I see one ward by 4FC. It's on the top lane, so I guess the other one actually was at the river, which got sentryed then.
Yeah, it's also worth noting they kind of wasted a wall of their own, a counter wall of their own, trying to ward off this aggressive wall that never existed.
Well, they knew that the sentry was there because they knew that Weaver was able to be seen through the invis. So they just figured it's a little bit farther down. It's a common place to just place it almost at where Mirana is at the moment. But of course, the Dream Team, I think they got a little bit lucky there because they just wanted to dive a little bit farther away than usual. So I guess both teams able to benefit something of their sentry wards. Although the sentry ward of the Radiant side will definitely wear off once Mirana actually hits level 6 for the Moonlight Shadow.
Yep. It is also worth noting that although this top lane has, given up first blood to this Mirana, this Lich and his Sacrifice, he's already picked up level 2 and it is not getting that level in Ice Armor or the Frost Blast. He wants to lower cooldown his Sacrifice in order to make sure that that lane is always pushed up near his tower, to make sure that that Disruption combo is harder to hit.
That's a really nice thing to do as well, and of course, them getting some more levels off of it or denying more levels to DT as well as the farm. I mean, Mirana, she needs a hell of a lot of farm to actually be the carry that she can be somehow. I mean, sure, you pick a Mirana for the early game utility with the Moonlight Shadows, just the burst damage from the Starstorm and of course the disable of the Sacred Arrow. But at some point in time, Dream Team, they definitely want the Mirana to actually start dishing out the right-click damage as well because she's the only source of it.
Yes, and that is one of the disadvantages of 4FC Dream Team. As we mentioned before, that they don't really have a lot of late game damage. Yes, that Death Prophet with her ultimate could do huge amounts, and she can become very tanky with that and do huge amounts in team fights, but they don't really have that individual man mode carry, so to say, apart from the Mirana.
I somewhat would actually like to see a Desolator in Mirana as well, if she gets a decent amount of farm early. Just because that's way more aggressive, that really helps against, or not against, but for pushing. And it combos up with the Death Prophet Exorcism as well, which does physical damage.
It is worth noting, though, that Mirana has actually proven herself, especially with a few of those carry item buffs that we've seen in the few over the few past patches. Mirana has actually shown herself to be a pretty good carry. As in, I think I saw a game with EG the other day where she effectively man mode carried.
Yeah, it does happen, but it's way more items than like the usual hardcore carries do.
Having said that, it is worth noting that the opposite team on 4FC, though this got a slightly, harder carry per se, we're not exactly talking a Void here on the Four Friends in Chile. Really?
Yeah, the Weaver isn't like that much better as a carry than the Mirana, in my opinion. They have both. They provide some pretty nice utility, of course. The Weaver Can spam his out way more with the Sukuchi. But I mean, Weaver against Mirana, I guess carry potential wise, Weaver has the better of it because of the Geminite attack. Otherwise, Mirana, I mean, she has the leap for extra attack speed for the entire team. That's pretty damn nice already. And just the utility that she brings is a bit stronger up until the end game.
Oh yes, as in the mid game, I would put in favor of Dream Team if they can get those team fights going, if they can get that push going.
Yeah, I think so. They should have the upper hand, unless there's a really fast blink on the puck, as well as the Tinker. When he gets the boots of travels, he's gonna be a nuisance throughout the entire map. The only thing is that for FC, they don't really have any units for the Tinker to actually TP to, so he'll just have to rely on the towers as well as the creep waves.
Yep, although having said that, as we have seen, or at least in the past, from a few teams who have managed to make that work. Yes, as in if you can counter it up with something like maybe an Invoker or a Nature's Prophet that's a little bit more common, then it can be annoying for that, you know, basically instant push in a bottle.
Yeah, that's actually pretty nice as well, and the one big advantage about the boots of travel, which actually most people don't even talk about, is if you TP it to a tower, usually it delays the next TPs, but that's not the case with boots of travels. So you can just mass TP in to defend a tower a little bit easier with the Tinker being there with the bots.
Do see something interesting right now that both the supports are trying to help their mids pick up these runes right now. Sadly, or sadly for the puck, so to say, this rune is going to be bottom, not top. And the Death Prophet's going to be able to pick himself up a lovely double damage rune.
Yeah, ZXC is definitely enjoying his time in the mid lane at the moment. Just completely dominating the puck. I mean, puck, he's about to hit level 6 anyway. There's nothing the Death Prophet can do as far as that. And nice phase shift out of the Crypt Swarm as well. So Ares Loco, I mean, once he hits that level 6, definitely has better rotation potential than the Death Prophet does early. Although, if the puck actually leaves mid, that's usually the time where the Death Prophet just pops his ultimate and goes for the tier 1.
That's always the hardest thing about when you're laning against a mid Death Prophet, that you know that as soon as you leave, she's gonna start taking towers, and there's nothing you can really do about it.
Yeah, I guess that's a trade you have to make. It hurts the most, of course, when you don't find anything with her rotations. If you're up against the Death Prophet, if you do get the kills though, it's gonna be worth it because Death Prophet, he's gonna get the tower one way or another anyway.
Yeah, as in it's worth noting that against the Death Prophet and to some extent Chen, it isn't less trying to stop the push as just trying to delay the inevitable.
Yeah, that's most of it. And well, I mean, Dream Team, they definitely have to push and they have to do it fast because if Strang Beyond the Tinker gets the boots of travels, gets the maxed out march of the machines, oh, the pushing is gonna get just infinitely harder.
It's worth noting that currently Tinker is the highest last hitter in the game and has practically almost got his boots. He's already got those Brian boots and 1.6k gold. As we do see an attempted gank coming here onto Death Prophet. She's going to have to be a little bit careful. It is going to get spotted out by the Chen though.
Yeah, they don't have the best gankers either. I guess Ares Loco could have locked them down with Tranquil. Oh, will they go on the Chen instead? No.
Look like they are. PGG looking in for a possible disruption. He might be in a bit of trouble right now. He's just going to get walked back and be perfectly fine. And everyone goes back to farming.
Well, happy farming times. Actually, I guess with the one kill, Mirana does hold a little bit of an XP advantage over the Weaver. I mean, oh, mid lane? Oh, never mind, there's Loco. Got the TP out just barely.
You see that Tidehunter has picked himself a nice haste. We had to pick up some lovely experience because of that. But at the same time, we just see that March on the machines just so hard for Tidehunter to do anything. As soon as he tries to get in creep range, he just gets instantly nuked down by that ability that's so damaging.
The March of the Machines, probably one of the most annoying spells to actually fight up in, and it's not gonna get any easier for Dream Team because there's just gonna be layers upon layers upon layers of the March of the Machines. Now that he has the Boots of Travel...
Do you see the disruption coming out here on top lane? The arrow comes in as well. Can they take out the Weaver? Yes, they can. He gets completely nuked down. Destroyed and obliterated. That's going to be another kill.
The power of Soul Catcher for you. And well, I mean, 2-0 Dream Team, pretty damn nice for them. 4FC, didn't really expect too many kills coming out from them anyway with the supports that they had. Clockwork, I mean, who the hell gets kills? Oh, they're going top lane again, my god.
You see the current jumping in. Although this time PGG might get turned around at him. He's a very, very low along with Marana. Boomski just looking to get into range. The Weaver is going to be able to catch him, and the ultimate by Puck is perfect. Picks up both of them. This should be a double kill. Can Nubik get out there? No, he can't. And Mirana will go down. That's going to be a 2-0 right there. They pushed in. They delved too greedily. And the Dwarves got punished.
That was some really nice rotations coming out by 4FC. They definitely needed that. Mostly for the levels on the supports, but actually they might lose Roshan for it because Chen, actually, he went for a Medallion of Courage first item. So Death Prophet, first exorcism she uses is for the Roshan. That's some really sneaky play. I don't think 4FC has any idea that this is going on.
Oh, I don't actually think I've ever seen this combo do this before, so to say. Or at least in pro game.
Yeah, I don't recall having either, so it's really smart by them, just going for some innovative plays. I bet the chat is going to be like, oh god, I've seen those millions of times, but well, it's just some really nice thing to do. Usually everybody expects the Chen to just get Arcane Boots mech in whatever order they deem necessary. But this time around, I mean, the Chen, the physical damage overall, it's going to help with the Mirana doing the damage as well. And of course, like I said before already, Death Prophet ultimate does physic as well, so not only getting Roche, but in the team fights, the Medallion will also help out.
Yeah, as in Medallion is an amazing item. Not only does it give you plus armor when you're not using it, but it just does so much additional physical damage against any target. It allows you to basically melt Roshan.
And it's some nice mana regeneration on top of it. It's like an urn, more or less, so it's really good in that regard. The only thing that Dream Team is lacking at the moment is just levels up on the Tidehunter. He's about to hit level 6 soon, so that's the most crucial level for him, but they want him still a little bit higher to get that Kaish leveled up as well, for the slow as well as just extra kill potential. He's gonna be able to hit level 6 though pretty soon.
Chen is right now even just stealing the opposing team stacks. A little bit annoying right there.
That's what you get when you're just going for the stacks. And oh, Boomski taking a lot of damage, just the Ursa clap or Hellbear Smasher clap. God damn. That's an Ursa, or was an Ursa at least.
Have you ever looked at the profile of Hellbear Smasher?
It's ugly as all hell.
It's like, my god. Imagine just seeing that when you wake up in the morning.
Oh god. I guess I would have to just change my sheets every morning.
As we do see, there's a little bit of push coming out here in the middle. But at the same time, that March of the Machines is a very good counter to this Death Prophet.
Yeah, well, the Death Prophet is decent enough in getting the towers down anyway, because the exorcism extends for quite a long while. But the Chen, his creeps definitely are just gonna fall if there are multiple layers of it. Oh, they're going on Ares Locum, maybe as top lane. Weaver dies once again, and the combo is just getting stronger now that Shadow Demon has 4 points in Shadow Poison, some extra damage. Nubik has level 4 in Starstorm as well, so the burst damage is strong with them. And Boomski still level 4 as Lich, about to hit level 6. So the Chain Frost might help out something, especially as Puck picks up his Blink Dagger. And with the Dream Coil locking heroes down, the Chain Frost is able to bounce around.
Ooh, there's also another thing that's worth noting right now. Look at the level on Clockwork. He's only level 5 right now. He was a level 4 until that creep wave got destroyed.
Yeah, that's pretty horrible for him, and I guess that's one of the risks you have to take when you run a support Clockwork. I'm actually not too sure if they were expecting to go for a support Clockwork when they first picked it. Oh, they were going for ZXC bottom lane. They used the Dream Coil for it as well.
And he's going to surely go down right now. We see the phase shift coming out from from Puck. And Death Prophet will lose her first life and lose her Exorcism. I mean, this should be an easy second kill. They are going in, but the Mirana ultimate is going to get popped. But the dust is there easy enough. ZXC get completely nuked. Weaver picking up his first kill.
That's some really nice rotations once again for FC. Looks like they're pretty good at actually playing the reactionary Dota, and oh, they deny the tower top as well, but Mirana arrow will get dodged.
Very nice dodge there. The ultimate is going to jump out. Is it going to bounce? No, it won't. But Tinker gets a double kill. And they may try and get a courier right now. No, he won't. The courier will survive. Barely one hit away.
Oh god, those Tinker heat-seeking missiles already level 4. He's level 11, 12 minutes in. Strang beyond the Tinker, I mean, Tinker usually, once a good start, it's not that crucial, because if he gets the boot straddle a little bit delayed, he's still gonna be good enough. But at the moment, this game, this Tinker, he's gonna get huge and get huge fast. But then again, now Afterlife actually has his Blink Dagger on the Tidehunter, so they have the potential to just start going for kills of their own.
Yep, as in... this is where it starts to get interesting, both these two teams. Both the two teams hitting those crucial levels on the heroes that they need. He's got that TyrantHunter who's finally got his Ravage. The Chen who's going to start his pushing out, and the Death Prophet with her ultimate just coming off cooldown. And on the other side, we've got that Tinker who's having an amazing game right now. Puck also getting her levels. And that Lich and Clockwork finally hitting those crucial ultimates.
Yeah, the Clockwork, Hookshot definitely will come into effect here. I mean, I guess Mirana is the only one who can actually properly escape it, and oh god, they're gonna run into trouble.
In fact, no, it's gonna be Clockwork who's gonna have to be in trouble. Boomski gets completely destroyed. He went boom right there. As we see, they're not happy. They want more kills, they want more death. Lich may be in a bit of trouble, but Puck is gonna pick up Mirana there in the background. The Ravage are gonna come out, and Tinker just gets destroyed. That's gonna be a 2-for-1 right now. But this team fight is still going on. Weaver comes in to get scared off by that Shadow Demon. And this mid tower is taking a whole bunch of exorcism damage. It's already a level 2.
I don't think they can defend this, but they really want to try. Oh, I think this was a mistake.
That was. We do see that Clockwork is going to use the cogs. He can't get away though. Just too much damage. Even without that Marauder combo. Shadow Demon, that Soul Catcher. It just burns, it bites, and it freezes.
That was a really good fight, as well as just movement by Dream Team. They just came around the jungle, of course, caught Clockwork off guard completely straight away. Clockwork did have a pretty low respawn timer, but him TPing in there without the Tinker being anywhere close by, because the Tinker of course was dead himself, that was a huge mistake. I really thought that if he's gonna TP in, he's just gonna go for a straight up hookshot somewhere. But no, got delayed, got disrupted up, and that was pretty much it for him. And now that's mech finished on the Chen as well.
Death Prophet, he's gonna pick up that Weaver. That's the advantage of having that silence against heroes like Puck, like Weaver, that survivability you depend on, all of a sudden is gone when you can't use it.
I mean, that's actually something that should not happen. I mean, even with the silence, it's only 3 seconds at the moment. And the Weaver, I guess if he's that low, he's in the range of getting picked up. Although then again, I guess it's only 2 Crypt Swarms plus a few right clicks. So Weaver, oh god. I guess Shadow Demon got blown up. Not even a hookshot necessary.
Death Prophet is going to be doing that counter push. Mirana coming in to help. That's always, it's basically going to be the war of the counter pushers, so to say. Both of these two teams have ways to easily clear creeps. Although, obviously, Dream Team do have the advantage in terms of pushing, with that ultimate being able to hit towers.
Yeah, Dream Team, I think at some point they will just have to completely go for the split push, because Tinker, he will mostly negate one push on one lane, so if DT can just go for the other, I guess maybe Death Prophet on one and the rest on the other lane. Then again, that would make it so the 4FC of course have the numbers advantage in a team fight, so it's gonna be a hard game up against the Tinker for Dream Team.
Yes, and I will say that looking at it now, though it was a little bit weird already having had their mid, this Tinker pickup was actually pretty good when they realized that this was going to be a pushing lineup coming out from a Dream Team.
Yeah, the Tinker is something that you should maybe at least think of finding out when you know that you're going for the massive push. I mean, I guess Dream Team, they have a little bit to fall back on, but oh god. Mirana gets picked off, the Dream Core gets used as well, he uses the Moonlight Shadows on top of it, but still won't help him out, and really nice pick off. And the Puck is actually pretty damn aggressive. After he got his blink, there is 3-0 and 3. So
you see TyrantHunter is going to blink in. Gonna have to right there as he pops the Ravage, picks off that Tinker, but Death Prophet is just going to instantly burst him down. Lich goes down. And now the ultimate game popped up from Death Prophet. This team fight is kind of getting split off all over the place. Both these two teams dis and re-engaging. Chen's going to be in a lot of trouble right now. The right clicks on Puck. Is he going to be able to survive? No, he won't, but Puck will give his life up in return for that. And that is going to be a 2-for-1 exchange right there. Weaver also getting fueled up. The Death Prophet already picking that up, and she's going after the Tinker, but her ultimate is going to start running out soon. Only a few more seconds of that remaining. She's going to be forced to get back, as ZXC. Surely this team fight is going to be ending now.
Yeah, it looks like, and well, I guess in the end Dream Team came out a little bit ahead. Just using their ultimates, it's no big deal, just wait it out, farm a little bit for a minute or two and go again and get those towers. Well, Roche, it's possible that it's gonna spawn in another 2 minutes or so, and yeah, 1.5 minutes, so I guess Roche might be the next target for them, as they're looking at the Tinker, they really want to kill him off.
PGG What was he
What?
doing there? He got nuked down. He had to know that Tinker had that much just nuke, and then he ran into the March of the Machines. He just got so greedy and so single-minded that he seemed to forget that he had a life bar of his own.
Yeah, tunnel vision for the win at its finest. Oh, well, I guess just chalked it up for another PGG moment.
Yeah, well, I guess it happens to the best of us, as in...
Sometimes you are like, oh, we need to get that kill. I bet Death Prophet with ZXC was like, oh, I'm coming, go for him. Just perch him up or something, but suddenly, March of the Machines, heat-seeking missiles. And that's all she wrote.
Yeah, as I suppose we've all had those moments where it's just like, I'm gonna make a big play, I'm gonna make a big play! Or no.
The pressure's just too much. And ZXC finds himself a nice regen rune as well. Has the Scepter finished from before already. And plus another 1.9k gold on top. And what do you actually think will be or should be the next item for the Death Prophet?
It all depends on what they truly want to go for. As in, right now, she's focusing on getting as tanky as possible, so a Shiva's Guard might be a possible idea. Just to get that additional armor and get that AoE team fight. Or, you could just go for the slightly more usual route of a Bloodstone. It all depends on what you want to do.
Bloodstone would be pretty nice, I guess, indeed, just in tanking up. I really hope that somebody will pick up a Blade Mail. I don't really expect it to be the Death Prophet, but just Blade Mail up, run into the March of the Machines and let the Tinker kill himself. Although, DreamTeam, they don't really have any natural carrier of the Blade Mail at the moment.
I suppose joinDOTA would be possibly the best, but even then, there's usually items he prefers to pick up as he's already got his Blink and Force Staff. He's got so much movability right now, being able to easily initiate in these team fights.
Yeah, and considering how bad his start was, he's really picked up pace. Has the level 2 ultimate now as well as actually DreamTeam another Roche.
But they are going to spot it. Will the ultimate beam coming out from the Lich? Yes, it will. It'll bounce left, right, and centre. But most is just going to hit those chain creeps. But the Clockwork comes in. He wants to get the second kill, or in fact the first kill to Death Prophet, but that might have been a mistake. He jumps into his death. He's going to get instantly nuked down. PGG going down to the March of Machines again.
Oh, he was trying his best to actually dodge the little machines, but he had the swarm on his own, and Chrillee, he's silenced up, might get taken out. There's the gush. No, he finally gets the Sukuchi after the silence wears off. Still, oh, ZXC misses the Crypt Swarm. But what a fight for them. Getting free, getting Roche, and ZXC doesn't look like he wants to let the Weaver go.
No, he might get the silence combo. Gets the silence off. Can't get it off soon enough though. As the Kuchi will come out and Weaver will be perfectly fine with the arrow by Marana.
Oh god, Newwick, he's playing pretty damn well. Sure, he has actually died 4 times on the Mirana, but those arrows, of course the Shadow Demon was there to set them up most of the time, but even now, just getting the pick off and wow, Death Prophet, actually from that fight and the Roshan, he gained 2.3k gold. He was sitting at 2,000 rather, before suddenly 4.3k, so whatever item she wants to go for, it's just up to her to buy it.
Yeah, as in, we're going to see soon what she's going to pick up, surely. Unless she's like saving up something like the Divine Rapier.
Oh god, I hope no.
Did someone say throw?
Death Prophet's attack animation, it's decent I guess. Can keep herself alive with the Yule Scepter. Oh god, that would be a throw, especially if the Weaver got it somehow. And actually, talking about the Weaver, he's forced into a PKB. He has the Ogre Club for it, but that's about it. And mid lane, oh, Afterlife. 10 seconds for the Ravage, he has the Blink as well. And the push, oh, they're going top lane, ZXC. There's the Aegis, can he escape the second time though? There aren't no slows, no hexes or anything on 4FC.
As he doesn't even, or he does have his ultimates, but I don't really think he's got, or no, he might have enough with that haste. He's probably going to get away right now. ZXC doing a very good job. And we do see the rotations coming into help from Nubik and the Tidehunter.
Well, lucky haste rune I guess. I'm not too sure if they would have been able to catch him otherwise. The hookshot maybe would have actually landed at that, and that definitely would have been a kill. But I guess just keeping the haste rune bottled, it's something smart, especially if you're off split pushing on your own.
Yeah, as in the haste rune, it does allow you to play a little bit more aggressive as long as you don't get stunned down. And it is worth noting, this team, it does lack a lot of stun. It's got initiation, it's got slows, it's got burst, but I think they've only got like 1 stun, and that's the Clockwork ultimate.
Yeah, that's pretty damn bad for them. I guess the Dream Coil to some extent as well. But that's exactly why Strangby is working actually on a Sheepstick now on the Tinker, and he's only around 1,000 gold away from it. That's gonna be one hell of a huge pickup for them.
Yeah, currently right now, as in for all the advantages that this Death Prophet has, it's really the Tinker's keeping the 4FC in this game right now. As he's doing a pretty good job of farming, as Tinkers always do, and he's actually doing pretty well in terms of kills and deaths. He's only died that once in that team fight where his sword just got completely destroyed.
Yeah, it's definitely going pretty decently for him, and he's, like you said, gonna have to more or less just carry his team on their back. But oh, they're going for Yushi maybe. There's the guys to slow him down.
But he is going to be able to get away. And everyone gets away, that kind of attempted gank, but they are going to pick up a tier 1 tower because of it. We see the Death Prophet coming up with the ultimate. The Mirana ultimate also pretty good. And this should be an easy kill right now. No tier 1 tower, and the clockwork goes down once again.
Yeah, they're gonna find Yushi as well. Lich gets slowed down by the guys. They're chasing him down. The Frostblast to slow them further, but oh, Zetaxi is there.
This is surely going to be another kill into that low. Such painful support. And that's going to be a lovely double kill for the Death Prophet. Even more gold. As in fact, it looks like that ZXC, instead of going for either of those two items, went for a straight up heart.
Well, just tanking up, and the heart, I guess, actually didn't really think about it, but it's one of the best items against the Tinker. You just go in, get some chip damage on the tower, back off, reach him back to full HP really fast with the heart, and then just rinse and repeat and slowly siege down the towers. Actually, I think it's about time to check out the graphs now as well. There's just so much action going on. And the gold graph, it's around 12k or nearing 12k for the favor of Dream Team, whereas XP also just plummeting hard for the favor of Dream Team, as it's now at 7.5k.
And I really will say that it's not so much the carries, but just look at these, the additional cores and support on this 4FC side. Puck, as you see Clockwork jumping in. This is going to be another team fight coming out. The Lich ultimate is pretty good, bouncing all over the place, going to pick up 2 kills. And we do see that Death Prophet did end up getting back to base right there. Lovely save by Chen. And we see the Ravage coming in. This time they're not happy with just leaving it at 2-0. But can Tinker get away? Just a few more little bits of damage. He does pick up 1 in return, but it is going to be a 2-for-3 in exchange right at the end of that.
Well, they did kill off the Tinker, which I guess is the most important part, but they gave away way too much in return. They used the Ravage as well. They lost 3 in return of 2. And of course, that initiation was just brilliant by 4FC. Getting the hook shot, I think it hit 2 people, the cogs, pushing the other people out, and then the puck coming in with a 3-man silence into the Dream Coil. That was just the best possible fight for them, with the Chain Frost bouncing around as well.
Yeah, that Chain Frost, it was a little bit lucky as there were quite a few creeps in that area, but that Chain Frost was perfect. It killed 2 players right there, did huge amounts of damage to the remaining one. Although I will say that was a very nice last-minute thinking, so to say, by the Chen, as he did manage to send back that Death Prophet at the last moment.
Yeah, that was the most important part, and actually we can already see what the Death Prophet's next item is going to be, as he picks up a Hyperstone. So unless it's going to be a Mjolnir, which I highly doubt, he's going for AC, so more armor for them to tank up, as well as more minus armor for them to do some more damage.
Yeah, it looks like he's more going for an aura, so to say. Just being that, I wouldn't say support, so to say, but just being that annoying person who you can't kill, but just does so much in teamfights. As Puck is going to easily get out there with a blink. Because look how scared that Puck is. He knows he can't go 1 versus 1 against the XC right now.
Yeah, it's just impossible how far ahead the Death Prophet is. And looks like the Death Prophet is just gonna go for the tier 2 bottom lane. But oh, now the Sheepstick is up on Strangby. And I mean, he can catch anybody unawares because nobody knows that item is up yet.
Yep, he's got that. He's got that sheep. He's got that Scythe of Vice. Can he use it to pick up some kills? He's going to be going top.
Well,
there is a PGG there. The Clockwork is going to miss his hook. A little bit of blind hook, but
that was so damn close. It was just a few inches off at the max. And Tinker, he wants to go aggressive. He wants to find somebody, or maybe just farm up with the March of the Machines. And with the Sheepstick, his mana pool is actually pretty decent as well. So can rearm as well as just spam out multiple stacks of the March of the Machines or any other spell.
And it's also worth noting just how aggressive Dream Team's positioning is right now. They're basically farming their enemies' jungles. You see Weaver's going to spot out to Mirana. Ron, who's already picked up that Maelstrom. Probably going to be upgrading it. Eventually. But this Weaver's going to be very, very careful. He's going to run out, but there is a ward there spotting him out. Spotting his every single move.
He has the BKB, so he should feel confident, but the OBGG, fine Juicy. If they get the Purge, this Lich is gonna be dead, I think.
There we do see Juicy. They are going to get disruption. They're going to get everything else onto him. And even the block coming out. The Lich ultimate is going to bounce out, but only going to really hit those illusions. But in the meantime, it's going to be a 2 for 2 right now as the Tinker's coming in from behind. Doing huge amounts of damage with that marching machines. Weaver going to get out there alive. Still going to be a 2 for 2.
Yeah, in the meantime, ZXC just took down the tier 2 tower, now doing some pretty nice damage to the tier 3 as well, so I guess space created as Death Prophet might be able to take down the tier 3 now with Exorcism expires, so still down to quarter HP, and I guess that was worth it. They 2 for 2, although, I mean, for FC they lost 2 supports, Dream Team lost a support and a core, but still getting 1 tower blast, damaging the tier 3 tower down to a quarter of an HP, that's a worthwhile trade, I think.
Yep, totally agreed, as in this tier 3 tower just so low, and that's always going to be a worry now for FC. Whenever they want to push out the base, whenever they want to do something in this game, they've always got that worry that all it's going to take is just 1 ultimate from Death Prophet, and they're going to lose racks.
And it's going to be even more likely now that his Assault Cuirass is finished up.
And it's also worth noting that for all of Tinker's counter push against heroes like Chen, or more commonly used push heroes like Nature's Prophet, Tinker's March of the Machine does nothing against Exorcism.
Yeah, it's really a little bit like the Shadow Shaman with the Mass Serpent Wards. You just have to kill the units physically or magically, however, but you have to get rid of them themselves, not anything else. So, I mean, Death Prophet, really one of the best heroes against Tinker, I would say, but I'm just a little bit afraid for 4FC. Even though they have the Tinker, they have massive turtling power. They just don't have anybody to dish out the damage except for March of the Machines and just heat-seeking missile spam, because Chrillee, I mean, he's level 40 now in the Weaver, not bad as far as XP goes, but he only has the BKB and the power turrets. That's almost all of his items.
Just look at his net worth. He is being outfarmed by both the Tidehunter and the Chen. The only hero on the opposite team is PGG, the Shadow Demon, who's basically playing that 5th role, he's outfarming.
That's kind of sad. I mean, not kind of, that's really super sad. And looks like Dream Team, that's the 3rd Roche of this game for them now. And Mjolnir finished up on Mirana as well. So some more damage to be coming out now, as well as, of course, if you just apply the debuff or buff rather on your own teammate. Those lightning procs, they're going to do so much, especially if you just run into the March of the Machines.
We're going to see the Clockwork's going to spot out this Roche attempt, but they can't do anything about it. In fact, they don't even have any vision of that area of the map. They've got a little bit of defensive wards, a little bit of an attempt to take out this tier 2 town with their ward positioning, but they just don't have any way to spot that this Roche is happening.
Yeah, I really feel for them at the moment, of course. That's one of the advantages. I mean, if you draft Roche lineups that do Roshians really fast, and especially early on like they did at the moment on Dream Team, that's just playing to the strengths of about how you know the game, how well you know what to exploit and what not to. So that's really smart by Dream Team, and that nets them the 3rd Aegis as well as a cheese. Yeah, that cheese is a Tidehunter, and the Tidehunter is only 200 gold away from the Refresher Orb, so a double Ravage in the next fight.
Yeah, as in cheese plus double Ravage. It's pretty powerful stuff. But it is one of the weaker things about getting the Refresher on Tidehunter, is the fact that it doesn't really have a lot of mana to be able to use it. Yeah,
if he didn't have the cheese, he would definitely have to, for sure, pop the arcane boots in between, but oh, they find Tinker.
In trouble. Tinker, though, is trying to use that March of Machines, doing a lot of damage to Nubek, as lovely Clockwork ultimate comes in, and they are going to be able to take out that Mirana. She's going to come back with him in a few moments, though. Using that Aegis, and that is going to be a 1-for-0 kill. Nice attempt there, Harry, but that now going to be, well, I was going to say down for 70 seconds, but he's going to instantly buy back. He knows that he can't afford to stick back and let these racks go down.
Yeah, he really did have to do that, especially as the Exorcism. Well, it's actually going to end out because they used it for the fight as well. They do grab the tier 3, and I'm not too sure. I think Dream Team, they actually might back off. Oh no, the refresher orb is flying out.
The arrow
so
comes. Actually, a lovely arrow there on Puck. They're not going to try and initiate, though. It looks like they might just try and take down this tier 2 tower. They're kind of setting up hero middle.
Yeah, I think
Pushing
the
out.
Tidehunter can just easily stay on the high ground, wait for the perfect opportunity, and drop the double ravage. Well, I mean, for
You see the hook coming out. Lovely initiation there coming out from Clockwork. But PGG is going to disrupt himself, and he might be safe. But Tidehunter picks up the refresher. Gets the first ravage off. Can he get the second one? Yes, he can. Picks up that kill to Tinker, and that's a dieback. That is two players there going down the Puck as well. Chen will fall, but surely Weaver will soon to follow. Or they can spam that ultimate as hard as he can. He's going to do so, but he may even still be in a little bit of trouble. Just desperately trying to get out there, but that's going to be a 3-for-1. Lovely stuff. But Death Prophet will even pick up another one here in the back. Weaver, the only one to survive. He's going to be trying to do some kind of harassment to this tier 1 tower, but he just can't do anything against that fortification. And this might be a set of racks, or even 2. As this Tinker is down for 60 seconds, his buybacks and cooldown, there's nothing he can do about this.
That fight was just all about the ravages, as well as him having the cheese. Without the cheese, he actually wouldn't have gotten the second ravage. And the first ravage, I think, hit 4 people. The second ravage hit all 5 members of 4FC. So that was huge by the Tidehunter. Really well played, and ZXC with the exorcism of cooldown. Like you said, it's going to be at least 1 racks, if not 2.
As the fortification, it is being popped, but it isn't going to be enough. As this is surely going to be at least 1 set of racks, and maybe even 2. This top set in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, and ZXC already working on his next item, which by the looks of it is going to be an Eye of Skadi. He actually has enough gold for it in 20 gold, so I mean that hero is just going to be so ridiculously tanky, and oh, Yara will not hit on Weaver. Oh, the hookshot comes in.
Hookshot comes in, PGD once again being the target, and he's going to be able to get out with disruption. A nice ultimate coming out from Puck. The Dream Coil hitting 3 targets, but Weaver, even with that BKB, just gets nuked down so fast. But Morana will lose her life because of that. And now we see that finally, DT are on the retreat. DT are desperately trying to get out there, but Tidehunter is a very, very tanky. But tanky is not going to be enough, as Weaver will finally pick up that Tidehunter, stop his killing spree. But the hunt is still on.
Wow, they might actually get them as well.
Do you see Puck jump in? Lovely body blocking there onto Chen. And now they're just going to focus on Chen. They know that the Death Prophet is a little bit of a dream kill, so to say. And Chen just playing a bit too aggressive. He just popped the ultimate, trying to get out there with a hand of God. But now Weaver jumps in, and he might have jumped in too far. He gets nuked down. Just a little bit too aggressive, a little bit too confident. That's going to be a kill they didn't need to give up.
It sure is, and actually he has the buyback, but he really wanted to finish up the Desolator just to actually start dishing out some damage. But now Dream Team, I think they can just push in mid lane, make sure the backdoor protection isn't there, and then go for the top lane racks. Oh, another
once again onto PG, he's just going to disrupt himself. This is rinse and repeat. And this time Clockwork might lose his life because of it. Yes, he will. Puck does a lot of damage, but it's not going to be enough. Not with the amount of damage that's coming out from Dream Team. And that's going to be a 3-for-0 exchange once again. And Clockwork, I don't know what he's doing going in against this disruptor time and time again.
Yeah, that's really weird. I mean, it's not even the priority target for them. And well, I have to say that ZXC on the Death Prophet, or that Death Prophet pick overall, that silence has done so much for them. Silencing both the Puck and the Weaver constantly almost. They just can't do anything in the fights, and that's an easy tier 2 now, the last remaining outer one. Eye of Skadi finished on ZXC. Double damage when it's gonna wear off on Mirana, but still. And
just look at the Death Prophet. She's just running forward. She doesn't care. She's got 3.6k health. Over, well, 30 armor right now with all the buffs from her various teammates. She's just tanking the tower and taking it down and just standing in the march of machines. She doesn't care.
Yeah, 4FC, they have to go now or just...
Up to see, Boomski is going to get a pretty nice cogs right there. But now, the refresher coming out from the Tidehunter, getting it off, and the GG will come out. And that is going to be 20 to 31 in favor of Dream Team. And that's going to be game number 1, folks, going in favor of Dream Team 168. But do stay tuned as...
just so well played by them.
Yeah, and do stay tuned though, as we are going to be coming up with game number 2 ASAP. Hopefully not quite as delayed as the last one. This has been Banshee casting with Kucha on Heflatv 2.